loves, welcome back to my channel, or if you're new here, welcome to my channel. My name is Abigail and today I will be participating in Miss Coffee's 1 hour whip and chat challenge. So I am a fairly new creator. I started back in April, so when I first saw this event I was like, oh my goodness, I have to do this because it is a fantastic opportunity for smaller creators like myself. And I would also like to find some more people to watch because I think during this time, I think we're all looking for, you know, some more distractions, if you will. So today I am working on, let's see, it's called Into Wonderland. It's by JoJo's Arts. It is a 51 by 71 centimeter square from Diamond Art Club. So I am gonna focus right here. I'm gonna fill in the signs today. Right now I'm working on the black and I should be over here, but I didn't want to do only 310 for today, so I decided I would do something fun and fill in the words. So I had asked for some questions in my last whip and chat, and I also asked for questions on Instagram, so I will be referring from time to time to those things. So first, let me tell you what I'm using. I am using the rose gold tray and the old design from BellaArtdeNicole. These so far are my favorite 3D printed trays that I have found. And I am also using 2 pens from Enabler's Outpost. Enabler's Outpost is actually run by a fellow YouTuber here, Elizabeth Ensley, if you didn't know. Her and her husband have a little pen shop on Etsy, and I am absolutely obsessed with every pen I have ever received from them. So I will be switching back and forth. This one has my straightener and this one has my multi-placer on it. So this is a Rachel's Galaxy and this is one of their newer designs. It's watercolor. If you're interested, I will leave all relevant information in the description box. So let's talk a little bit about who I am and how I found diamond painting and why I decided to start a channel. So let's see. I am 26 years old. I will be 27 later this month. And during COVID, my son ended up going to stay with my mom because I work in a hospital. So I definitely didn't want him to be home alone, obviously, but even more than that, it wasn't really a good time to have him here anyway because my fiance and I both work and we live in a quite populated area. For those of you who are not new to my channel, you will have heard this story several times before, but for the purposes of the get to know me portion of this video, you will be hearing it again. So when my son went away, I was looking for something to nurture and grow, and so I found this little community on YouTube, and I decided to sort of nurture and grow a channel. I found diamond painting in March 3rd of 2020, and I had already filmed my first video by April 23rd, and I had already filmed, or I had already put up a video by April 27th. So my official 1 year anniversary on YouTube is April 27th. When I found diamond painting, I immediately fell in love, as many of you guys did as well. It was something that I could do to keep my mind off things, and I'm usually not just diamond painting. When I'm diamond painting, I'm listening to an audiobook, watching a YouTube video, watching a TV show, a movie, something like that, because it's, I call it a double distraction, because like I'm sure many of you, these times have made me very anxious, and even if it weren't for, you know, coronavirus and stuff like that, I would still be anxious because I have anxiety and depression. So this was definitely a wonderful outlet for me. I have fallen in love with it, and I have really enjoyed meeting all these wonderful people here on YouTube. I have made so many wonderful friends. And in my time here, I have also, I've also actually hosted an event. I hosted an event very shortly after I started called DP Summer Sky, and that was an event all about the summer sky and, you know, how we didn't get to enjoy it because for some of us it was too hot, and for some of us because of the coronavirus. So that was kind of my first couple weeks here on YouTube, or first couple months I should say. And I hosted that with Jenny, the Uncrafty crafter, who has become one of my best friends in real life. We live very far apart, but we talk pretty much every day. So for that reason and many other people that I have met along the way, 2020 was not a complete dumpster fire for me. So I decided to start a channel because I had seen other people do it. And I was like, you know what, that's one thing I could do. You know, I had contemplated starting a booktube channel in the past. If you don't know what booktube is, it's basically book YouTube. But I had contemplated starting a book YouTube channel in the past. Now that's not completely off the table for me at this time. I'm sort of, you know, getting used to having one YouTube channel before I go ahead and start 18 more. But one thing you will learn about me, if you stay, which I hope you do, is that I don't do anything halfway. I am all or nothing, and sometimes that's to my own detriment. I often set myself up for failure that way, but that is why I am taking it slow. I am not going to start a second or third or fourth YouTube channel. Well, technically, I'm not going to post on a second, third, or fourth YouTube channel at this time. So for right now, it's just the one, and I am enjoying it. And like I said, I was looking for something to nurture and grow because my son was so far away. Along the way, the people that I have met have nurtured and grown me as a person. So it's really been a wonderful experience for me here. I recently hit 500 subscribers, and then I hit 600, and then I recently hit 700. So I have definitely been shocked by that, completely shocked, because honestly, when I first started, obviously, you know, I had hoped people would find me, and I had hoped that people would watch me and want to watch me, but I wasn't for sure that anyone would find me or even really like me, for that matter. So I have been truly blessed to have found so many people who, you know, enjoy me enough to spend time with me on a regular basis. So I really appreciate that. I think that's really all there is to know about me and my YouTube journey. For that portion anyway, a little bit about me, aside from YouTube. Like I said, I'm 26 and I have a son. My son is 8 years old. He turned 8 in November. I have been with my fiance for 10 and a half, almost years. And that is a long story that I won't bore you with today. Maybe a story for another day. Let's see. My favorite style of diamond painting is, I guess I really don't have a favorite style. I kind of just see what I like and roll with it, if that makes sense. Some of my non-diamond painting hobbies include books. I also like to play The Sims occasionally. And I, for a time, dabbled in makeup. I think I'm all done with this color. Yep, it looks like it, so I will go ahead and move on to the next one. Let's see. That one was the pointing up arrow. Where did I put that one? I shouldn't have put it back. Ooh. Let's see. So I had asked for some questions on Instagram and on YouTube, so I will go ahead and grab them now while I am looking for my up arrow. What did I do with it? Yikes. So let's see. I'm gonna pull that up. Some of the questions from Instagram, I had two, I believe. One of them was kind of funny. Nicole from BellaArtdeNicole asked the question, "Why are you so awesome?" And I found the arrow. And to that I would say, I don't really think I am, but thank you. I appreciate it. And then the other question from Instagram was, I think it was just 2, so I'm gonna go ahead and pull those up right now. Let's see. The other question was, what is your favorite diamond painting pen? So I honestly probably couldn't pick just one. And if I did have to pick one, I would have to say it is my Enablers Outpost Snowflake pen. I will go ahead and grab that for you really quickly. So this is my Snowflake pen from Enablers Outpost. It is absolutely gorgeous. Certainly my favorite. It's very thick too, compared to a regular size pen, and this is even thick. I don't have a regular size pen in front of me, but this is, I promise you, it's a big girl. She's thick. This is my favorite pen. I also, close second would be basically anything else that I have got from Enablers Outpost. Their pens are so good. I love both Edward and Elizabeth, so anything they create is always top notch. But I love them also. So let's see. I'm gonna go ahead and grab the questions. Let's see. Okay, so for those of you who don't know, my sister's name is Anna. But we call her Bob. So somebody asked, what is your favorite thing about Bob? Bob is hilarious. Now don't tell Bob I said this, but Anna is absolutely hilarious. You know, obviously sibling rivalry and all that aside, she is definitely one of the funniest people that I know. Another question, do you want more kids? I do want more kids someday. I would love to have another child. Unfortunately, at this time, it's not possible. I am working on getting my life together so that I can one day have more children. Ideally, I would like 1 to 2 more. Let's see, what else is there? How many diamond paintings do you want to complete this year? Like an actual number or goal? I want to give myself an obtainable goal because, like I said earlier, I often set myself up for failure. And if I'm going to say a number, I definitely don't want it to be a number I can't complete. So I am going to say, oh, look at that. I found more arrows. Of course I did. Does that happen to you guys? Oh my gosh. I'm going to say that the number of paintings I want to complete is going to be, I'm going to say 25. I primarily work on larger pieces. That's why I set myself a lower number. But that is still, 25 is still 1 every 2 weeks, which if I do a big one and it takes me a month, that's obviously not going to be doable, so I'll have to subsidize with some snacks in between. So I'm going to go ahead and say 25. That feels like a goal I can complete. I already completed 1 so far this year. Unfortunately, that was supposed to be a completion for 2020, but I just didn't make it in time, but that's okay because now I have a completion for 2021. And then what is your favorite candy? Ooh, that is a tough one. Let's see. I like sour candy. I like Airheads. I love candy canes in the winter time. I think my favorite candy might be Airheads, followed up by almost anything sour I like. And let me think. I like hot tamales as well. That's a really tough question. Really tough. So, I mean, I like chocolate too, but chocolate is definitely not my favorite candy. So moving on to the next set of questions. Aside from diamond painting, what is your favorite hobby or activity? So I like reading and Sims, and I actually occasionally do enjoy cooking, depending on what it is that I'm cooking and how easy the cleanup is. I also, like I said, dabble in makeup, and I also like I say reading already? Probably I did. Also, I'm a collector. So, I mean, that's not necessarily a hobby, but I end up collecting a lot of things for whatever hobby I'm truly invested in at that time. So, for example, when I was fully into makeup, I ended up collecting way too many eyeshadow palettes, and due to the COVIDs, I have actually not worn makeup in a long time. I think that the last time I wore makeup on a regular basis was 2019. During 2020, I still messed with makeup, but it definitely wasn't as much as it was in 2019. I don't have anywhere to go right now. And, you know, to be honest, where I work, it's not like anyone sees me. So I'm not as willing to get ready in the morning as I would have been last year, because on top of the fact that no one even really sees me all that much, I also am basically a zombie first thing in the morning, and if I wake up any earlier than I have to, I am half dead for the entire day. So yeah, that was that question. Let me grab some more. I don't know how long I'll be able to talk with the questions. I don't think there's enough to fill up the space, so I will have to subsidize with some stories from childhood or something. Let's see. 1, 2. Okay, so I will go ahead and grab this set of questions next. Okay, so who is your favorite diamond painting artist? Oh gosh, I would have to say my favorite is it's definitely either Micah Jelena. Unfortunately, I haven't completed any of her paintings. Everything, you know, something just keeps coming up. I also like Josephine Wall, but same situation. I have not completed any of her paintings yet. A little plug though, I am hosting along with 4 other beautiful, wonderful ladies, J Wall May. So if you have a Josephine Wall that you would like to get done, please join us in May. As the time gets closer, I will have additional information for that. Yeah, so I'm very excited about that. And then of course next month I actually have an event hosted with Elizabeth Ensley, Urelli, and Brandy from Mama Vapes and Diamond Paints, and we will be doing a Drill-A-Beast event. So that one is going to be really fun, I think, because there are so many ways you can participate. We definitely did not want to alienate anyone who did not have the particular painting that most of us were going to work on, which is the Beast from Diamond Art Club. So, which goes into who your favorite DP artist is. It's definitely going to be Mandy Manzano. I have a few favorites, but my heart definitely beats a little faster when they release a Mandy Manzano. I absolutely love her art. I love the stained glass look. I also, she does a lot of Disney pieces, and Disney is my jam. I am actually a Disney princess. I don't know if you were aware. Now you know. Unfortunately, you can't tell me otherwise. So, let's see. Are you going to start a book channel? I may have already started a book channel. I haven't posted anything on it. Like I said earlier, I'm just kind of trying to gather myself with this channel and make it so that this isn't a weight on my shoulders instead of like a joy to post. Like obviously I'm enjoying doing it, because if I wasn't enjoying it, I wouldn't do it. But you know, goes right back to what I said earlier about setting myself up for failure. I put way too much pressure on myself. I definitely am my own worst enemy and worst critic. I always have been like this. I always expect so much of myself. And if you are not new to my channel, you may know that my year for 2021 is actually grace. I am learning to give myself grace. Lots of grace. I need so much grace. I need to learn to give myself grace is what I mean. I definitely am very, very, very hard on myself. Yeah, so that is hopefully an answer to that question. What was the question again? Oh, my book channel. I've started one. I will link it down below if you're interested. I definitely have some content planned, but because it's not like a hands video, going right back to the makeup, I have to actually do something to my face and my hair. Yeah, so that might be a something I do on the weekends only. So that, if I do end up starting to post there regularly, it will definitely be a once or 2 times a week type place to post. I definitely am not going to put pressure on myself like I have here to try and post like 3 to 4 to 5 to 6 to sometimes 7 times a week. But I will definitely link it in the description box if you are even remotely interested. I invite you to check it out when I will have content. Hopefully soon. And that's really all I'm gonna say, because you know, I can't give you all my secrets right now. Are you going to start? Okay, so how did you meet your fiance? Ooh, okay. Okay, so how did I meet my fiance? All right, so when I was growing up, we lived in a neighborhood, and his sister had moved in down the street, and one night they were out walking their dog. Her and her significant other were walking their dog, and my parents met his sister, and they kind of became friends. And so during the course of my childhood or my teenage years or whatever, we had met one time. Our neighborhood was super strict. We could not have like garage sales or anything like that. So my fiance's sister was doing a garage sale at her mom's house, which was, you know, is now my mother-in-law's house. And so they invited us because, like I said, the neighborhood was strict. You know, if we had anything we wanted to sell or whatever, it ended up being kind of fun. Any of the things that I sold, I ended up getting to keep the money. And like when you're like 12 and 13 years old, man, you sell a pair of jeans for $1, you got $1 in your pocket, man. You know what I mean? So it ended up being a pretty okay thing. I definitely did not become a millionaire from that garage sale, but I saw this boy, and he was kicking around a soccer ball, and I went to go say hi to him, but he ignored me because he's a stupid boy, you know, because of course at that time, like 12, 13 years old, you're not super interested in girls, you know. Well, I mean, I don't know. I'm not a guy, so I wouldn't know, but you're not really looking for, you know, your soulmate at that time. And so he just kind of ignored me, and he was really rude or whatever. So flash forward to he turned 18, and his sister threw him an 18th birthday party, and she invited my mom, my dad, my sister, and I, because during this time they came over many times. My mom and his sister were pretty good friends. So you know, she's been in my life since forever. I actually knew my sister-in-law before I knew my fiance. And my niece, of course. I met my niece when she was, oh God, like days old. Yeah, so his family has been around my family for basically ever. Oh, rude trash people in the background. I'm so sorry. They're picking up the trash cans. So we're just gonna have to push through because hopefully they won't be long. OGs on my channel can recall a time when I had lawn people working, and it was a disaster. Hopefully they'll be gone soon though, because there's only 2 dumpsters. I live in an apartment building, so there's only 2 dumpsters in this area. So hopefully they'll pick them up and get out. So, yeah, so my mom and his sister had been friends. So when they invited us to his 18th birthday party, I went, and I wasn't really expecting anything. I just went. I actually didn't even want to go. And like, imagine how different my life would be if I had not gone that day. So I was kind of forced to go because it was far away from my house, and I was still young enough and also old enough to get myself into serious trouble without my parents. I mean, not that I would have done anything, because for the most part I was like a really good kid. I was bad, but I wasn't like sneak out, do drugs bad. You know what I mean? So that's never been me. I've never been that kind of person. But it was far away, and my parents didn't feel comfortable leaving me there, so I was forced to go. But obviously I have my parents to thank for how my life turned out, because if I had not been forced to go, I would not have re-met my fiance. So I walked in, and I was just dancing with my sister and my mom or whatever, and he pulled his sister aside and he said, and I quote, you know, and side note real quick, this is very meet cute ish. For those of you who are into reading books, you'll know what a meet cute is, but essentially it's, you know, how a couple met, and it's cute, right? So he pulled his sister aside and he said, and I quote, "She is the most beautiful girl I have ever seen." So we exchanged numbers that day, and we have been, let's see, his birthday is in August, late August. We went on like 2 dates, and then he asked me to be his girlfriend, and we have been together ever since, and that was 10.5 years ago. We have a child, and he is 8, so you can do the math on that. But you know, if I had not gone that night, my life would have turned out so different. And you know, I do really believe in everything happens for a reason, and it's all in God's plan. So I was obviously meant to go there, no matter how badly I didn't want to go to the mean boy who ignored me instead of talking to me while he was kicking his stupid soccer ball. Everything definitely happens for a reason. So that's that story. It's been a while since I told that story. I always forget how, like, how it happened. Well, not like I forget how it happened, you know what I mean? But like, I always forget how weird it was, like how it went down. So let me go ahead and pull up the next set of questions, or if there's more questions on there. Okay. Favorite food / meal. Okay. I really like to cook Alfredo. It's one of my specialties. I have in the past offered to make it for y'all, and some of you had said yes, you'd like to see it, so I am going to film that the next time I make Alfredo. It is a special recipe. I took it from a website, but I obviously, any good cook, any good chef knows that you cannot take a recipe at face value. You must adapt. You must change the recipe. You must make it your own, because it can be a fantastic and fabulous recipe and it not work for you. So yep, I've made that recipe my own. I have really honed in my Alfredo making skills, if you will. I also like to cook many, many other things. My favorite meal is probably, oh God, if I'm not cooking, Cheesecake Factory's orange chicken. I mean, really? Like, the perfect meal, okay? Fight me on it. It is the perfect meal. That is a hill I will die on. If I'm not going to a like sort of more upscale restaurant and we're going to like Chili's or whatever, I definitely like their Cajun chicken pasta. And then as far as fast food goes, I like a little bit of everything. I enjoy McDonald's fries. Who doesn't? I really like, weird, but I like Burger King's fries. I like fries in general. If a place has fries, I am satisfied, okay? Let me grab another color while I chit-chat here. That's not really what the question was. The question was, what's your favorite food / meal? If I'm cooking, I really like pineapple chicken tacos. I might make some tonight because now I've got myself hungry for them. So I think that's what I'll make tonight. Favorite snack wise, oh, I really like goldfish. I am a 26-year-old, 6-year-old. I like goldfish. I regularly have some in my locker at work that I snack on throughout the week. I get a big giant bag and it lasts me for a while. Oh, I missed another one. How could I have done this to myself? It's only one though, so I'll survive potentially, possibly, hopefully. Yeah, so I like that. I also like to have popcorn in my locker at work as well, because it is 2 minutes and it is delicious. And let's see. I'm gonna skip around a little bit because the next question kind of ties in with what I just said. What do you do at work? So I am a hospital operator. So that's basically old school PBX, switchboard operator, whatever you want to call it. Basically, when you call the hospital, you'd be talking to me, provided it's not a you know, automated system where you live. If you call my hospital, I am the operator for the hospital. So I am responsible for transferring all incoming and outcoming calls. And I also handle what's called the emergency line. So at my hospital, you know, on Grey's Anatomy or whatever shows you've watched, or if you've been to a hospital recently and they have the code whatever over the airway when it says like code blue, and then it gives the room, that's also me. So I am responsible for handling all emergencies throughout the day that may arise. So what I do is the person will call in and say, we have a code whatever on whatever floor, and then I will announce that code overhead and with the information I was given, and then I will go ahead and call the responsible parties. My hospital is also a trauma hospital, so we get a lot of incoming trauma, so I'm responsible for announcing those as well. It can be pretty hectic at times, but it's also okay enough to where it's not like stressful. When I first started though, it was very, very stressful. I was unsure of myself when I was making the code calls, and I was just, you know, when you first start any job, you're going to have a little bit of an insecurity until you get to the point where you are confident with yourself about doing those announcements, going overhead or whatever. So, yeah, so when people are like, oh, so you just answer calls? Yes and no. I do answer calls, but it's definitely not a just type situation. There is a lot more that goes into my job than just answering calls. I am, you know, obviously not really like, my position is vital in the sense that without it, the hospital couldn't function because of, you know, what I do, but I'm obviously not the most important person in the hospital. But I am very vital, so I do more than just answer and transfer calls. I know that's like a common misconception. Customers, I'm so used to calling them customers because I worked in the customer service industry for so long, and this is essentially customer service too. I'm essentially handling a situation for, you know, a patient or a patient's family member or a prospective patient, or, you know, whatever the situation may be. So but they'll call in, and it's been rough lately because the people responsible for talking about the COVID vaccine have announced that that senior citizens can just go anywhere and get it. So senior citizens have been calling in the hospital and asking about the vaccine, and unfortunately at this time, there's no information that I can give. Like, there's literally nothing I can say. It's not that you know, I'm withholding information, which is something that a lot of senior citizens automatically assume, like, oh, well, who can I talk to that knows more information? Like, I've been instructed to tell you that there is no information at this time. So my job can definitely get hectic, provided that, you know, certain calls are, you know, handled well, everything's fine, but My favorite part about my job is the fact that I can take my diamond painting to work, and as long as I do my job, my boss does not really care. For all he cares, I could quite literally stand on my head, jump on my left foot, and rub my belly and pat my head at the same time. He just doesn't. As long as my job is being done, I have the freedom to do what I want. I often will edit and videos and stuff like that, or like diamond paint. When I was reading, when I was heavily into reading, I did a lot of reading at work. I actually read, in the year 2019, I read a total of 129 books, which is impressive for anyone, but I found it especially impressive because I was working a full-time job, which of course obviously was where I was getting a majority of my reading done. Oh, pardon me, I have a phone call that I have to take. Okay, so I got temporarily distracted. My fiance called. So I talked to him briefly. He is actually on his way home. And funny story, I just got done, like, not yelling at him, but like yelling at the situation because it never fails. Every single time that I need to film a video, or it's important that this video gets filmed, or whatever the case may be, he always finds a way to get off early. But like when I could really use him to come home early, he works late. And it's like, you know, this is proof that God or the universe or whatever you believe in has a sense of humor, because I kid you not, I was like, man, it sure would be good if he got off early on, I think it was Friday maybe, I'm not sure which day, but it was last weekend. I was like, gosh, it sure would be awesome if he got off early. And wouldn't you know it, he ended up staying late. And I'm like, today, if he could just stay at work until like 3:30, that would be fantastic. And lo and behold, 2:39 p.m. and he is on his way home. So that's that. I don't remember exactly what I was talking about. But we will go ahead and move on to the next question. Hopefully I answered the previous question at least good enough. Diamond painting pet peeves. Okay, okay, here is a long list of things I don't like. I don't like imitation art. So I think that it's pretty, but I personally would never purchase anything that is, for example, Van Gogh style. I've done Starry Night, and that's all the Van Gogh that I would like. You know, I think it's cute. I've seen like Grumpy Cat and Van Gogh style. I have seen several other well-known characters in Van Gogh style, Starry Night style, but for me personally, that's not something I would ever purchase as far as art goes. And then I also don't really like big eye art, but then I buy a lot of Hannah Lynn and Micah Jelena and most recently Strangeling, which has what I would consider to be big eye art, but I don't like dead big eye art. And let me explain to you what I mean by dead big eye art. So Lizzie Falcon's art is objectively stunning, okay, but I don't like for my people to look dead. With Strangeling, I find that her fairies and her fae and stuff like that, they don't necessarily look dead the way that Lizzie Falcon's art does. And like, that's her style and it's objectively beautiful, but I wouldn't want to paint something that looks dead, for me anyway. Let's see. Other diamond painting pet peeves. I'm not the biggest, hugest fan of confetti. I do not like confetti almost at all. I really struggle with confetti. That is something I definitely do not enjoy. I'm definitely a color blocking queen. I just finished Nightbringer this year, and that was, let me grab a color while I'm just sitting here talking. We'll go with this color. This is 3814. So we're gonna grab 3814. So I definitely love color blocking. I'm worried because this year I'm going to be participating in my first Chuck Along in March. I'm excited about that, but also quite terrified. Yeah, very terrified of the confetti. I guess there's nothing here, so I guess it's all gonna be in this section here. So I think that answers that question for the most part. I don't really have any real pet peeves. I just don't really like confetti, and I don't really like big eye art, but I'm also low-key go against that every single time I purchase from some of these artists. It's very confused by myself. I also don't like famous people art. I think that, like, for example, a lot of people do some Marilyn Monroe, and they're beautiful, absolutely stunning, but I don't want to do that. That's not my personal style. I don't know if that qualifies for a pet peeve. I don't really have any pet peeves, I don't think, for the most part anyway. Let's see. Let me grab another question or another set of questions, and then I think that's it. Okay, so question, favorite painting ever? Ooh, okay, so I really liked Crystal Skull from Diamond Dots, but I also really loved, like I said, Nightbringer. Nightbringer was so pretty. It's on my wall right now. I love it. Very, 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 very pretty. One of my favorite for sure. Favorite company besides Diamond Art Club? Oof, okay. I really like Craftly. I don't really have much of an opinion on Craftly yet. I really like the way they do business. So far I love their canvases, but I have not completed a Craftly. For the most part, I have enjoyed most of the companies that I have purchased from. There is a couple that I did not enjoy and I will not be purchasing from again. But for the most part, I mean, like, I have I guess I could go back to pet peeves. I didn't really like, I don't really like blurry symbols. I don't really like symbols that are difficult to read because I don't diamond paint with a light pad. At this time, I don't need a light pad, and I don't like to need a light pad. And there are some paintings that I really need a light pad for. But I refuse to buy a light pad because I've never needed a light pad before. Why should I waste how much ever money on a light pad if it's like a 1 or 2 off situation? So yeah, I guess that's a diamond painting pet peeve. But yeah, I've had situations with companies that weren't that big of a deal, and then I've had situations with companies that were like, that's it, I'm not buying from them again. Let's see. Size preference. This is a sweet spot for me. So I mean, obviously I don't mind going smaller. Let's see, I've done Here Comes the Bride, which is a big old baby. It's like 50 something by 92 centimeters. I've done a 60 by 90 centimeter. I don't mind going large. This is definitely my sweet spot. This takes me about 2, maybe 3 weeks. So this is where I'm comfortable at a 50-ish by 70-ish centimeter. I don't mind doing 40 by 50s. I don't mind doing nice 30 by 40s. I've pretty much outgrown snack size for the most part. If it's a really cute piece, I will definitely do it. I've done a couple like tiny little baby ones that I really enjoyed doing. And I've done some, 30 by 40s that I enjoyed doing. To name a few, Star Wars Glamorous Sky, that was a fun one to do. I also enjoyed Diamond Art Club's The Wink. That was a 17 centimeter by 17 centimeter. I also, let's see, there's been another one. Oh, I enjoyed doing the Paint Gem one. I should have a post review going up on my channel at some point here in the near future for that one. I had mixed feelings about that particular painting when I first unboxed it, or the company rather, when I first unboxed it, but they have surpassed my expectations and really surprised me. So Paint Gem, while very expensive, is something that I might purchase from them again in the future. Let's see. Favorite DP with Sparklers product? Hands down, it's Frost. That is the one I am most likely to use. It's also, well, I also like AB 5200, but my favorite like sparkler is definitely Frost. I think that's the only one that I regularly use too. Yeah, I think so. I also really enjoyed Cateared's Cateared's glow drills. I had a video up on my channel posted fairly recently where I actually customized. Down here you have Alice. Hold on, let me see if I can scoot it up without ruining things. So down here is Alice. I put glow drills all around her from Cateared. Those fantastic drills, stunning. They glow really well. Let's see. Favorite multi-placer? 7. 7 is my favorite. I like thin multi-placers, but if we're talking specialty pieces or specialty placers, I really like BellaArtdeNicole's rocking multi-placers, the curved multi-placers. I recently placed an order from some of their thin placers, so I am looking forward to trying those out, of course. I think I got one 9 skinny placer, so definitely looking forward to that one. Favorite pens, anything from Enablers, Outpost, favorite Diamond Art Club artist, or favorite Diamond Art Club artist to look at or work on. Look at definitely Manny Manzano and certain pieces JoJo's arts. Like, not all of his art is for me. And then this person says, edited, you can also flip these questions on their head and talk about their least favorite, insert question here, and go off on a rant, sis. Okay, I think I will. Least favorite diamond painting ever, I worked on Longest Halloween, and that was just a struggle and a half to get through. The people that are not new to my channel will have heard this story, so I won't bore you with the details. If you're interested, you can definitely look for that video. I'm not necessarily going to link it because I don't want this video to be throwing shade, if you will. But I will talk about my preferences. That I will do. Let's see. Least favorite diamond painting company. I'm gonna have to say TSA. No shade, no tea there. Just I did not have a good experience with their products or their customer service. Least favorite or least favorite size, probably 30 by 40. Anything that's like a traditional Amazon or AliExpress canvas tends to be not a 30 by 40, which means that the rendering is not so great because of the size. Definitely, I've done them, and I've had some turn out really good, and I've had some turn out not so good. If you're looking at a detailed piece, you should definitely go larger for if you're new. Obviously, diamond painting vets know this already. But I think that has a lot to do with why some of the pieces I've chosen did not go as well, you know? So let's see. Oops, I'm popping drills, y'all. That is not a fault of the company. That is all my fault. I pushed on it and I popped it. That is okay, but I am going to get rid of this drill. This drill is a little rounded on the bottom, and I want to have perfection here, and this one's got a little bit of a knobbly, so I'll get rid of that one as well. Let's see. Least favorite diamond painting with sparkles products, don't have one. Least favorite multi-placer, 3-placer. I don't really like 3-placers because when you're working with I have 2 favorite multi-placers, I guess. I really enjoy 4 and 7. But when you're working with a 4-placer, that can very easily be a 3-placer, so I don't really see the point of the 3-placers for me. Okay. Least favorite of your pens. Oh, I had an experience with a company. Nothing wrong with the pen, nothing wrong with the company. Just my product wasn't as I would have hoped based on the photo. So I'm gonna have to say that one. And I don't want to throw tea. I don't want to throw tea or shade. Least favorite Diamond Art Club artist to look at or work on. As far as work on, I will not buy a painting I don't want to work on. I a little terrified of Chuck, like we've gone over earlier. But that doesn't mean he's my least favorite. It's just I am terrified of the confetti. But I've seen some people do their first Chuck and be like, oh, it wasn't that bad at all. So we'll see. We'll just have to see there. But as far as least favorite, I'm not really a huge fan of Sherry Baldy's art. I think it's pretty. Objectively, it's very pretty. But the big eyes, they just don't do it for me. So I think I answered all the questions. I definitely wonder where I'm at because I've had to stop a couple times, so I don't actually know for sure where I'm at as far as time-wise, and I absolutely don't want to go under. I would actually rather go over than under, so we will go ahead and see what we can do there. Some other things that I like to do, aside from diamond painting and reading and some makeup, is, and playing Sims, and that would be coloring. I intend to bring some coloring to my channel, maybe some time lapses, maybe some works in progress videos. I'm not really sure. We'll kind of figure it out as we go. I also might change my name to Crafting with AbigailMarie, because if I bring diamond painting or if I bring coloring to it, I've tried other crafts on here. I did huichol beading. If you're interested, I can leave that video in the description box. I better write down what I'm promising to leave in the description box, or I better listen very closely when I edit this video. Huichol beading was really fun. It's like diamond painting, but like elevated. You know what I mean? It's like more complex diamond painting. I really had fun with that. Let's see, what else did I try this year for crafting? I attempted to make a friendship bracelet. That was a absolute garbage pile. I attempted to make some bracelets from another company. That was also a pretty big disaster, if I'm being honest. I didn't realize they needed pliers and I didn't have pliers, so we just kind of went with it. And that was a thing that happened. Let me see. What else have I done? I also like to do a lot of comparing videos. That's definitely one of my favorite type of video to do. I love me a good comparison video. So what I mean by that is I do a lot of okay, so we'll get into it. What kind of content, if you should hit subscribe today, what kind of content can you expect from me? I do the traditional videos. I do whip-in chats, clearly. I do unboxings. I have tons of unboxings. I also have like get organized videos. I've organized my desk. I've organized drills and stuff like that. So I definitely have plenty of organization videos. Definitely not like tips. Like, don't come to me for advice on how to get organized, because you will have come to the wrong place. I am struggling, okay? But organization, when it's done like in a way that I can do it, organization is fun for me. Definitely not like, I definitely don't want to do it for fun. But oh my goodness, what is wrong with me today? But organization is definitely fun when I've already cleaned the house. Okay, let me preface that by saying, when I have already cleaned the house and all that's left to do is organize like a section of the house, then I am always ready for that. That's fun. But like, I am definitely not actively searching for things to organize in my house. I have enough stuff to do. What other kind of content you can expect from me? Let's see. Back to the comparing videos. I like to do comparing videos. I have put up 2 at this time videos where I am comparing drills from different companies. I have done a 310 comparison from several different companies, and I've also done an AB 141, a 5200, 3865 comparison video. So those are fun. And then I recently did a tray comparison video where I compared 4 different trays. I'm working on comparing another set of 4 trays I'm waiting on some of those to come in. When they come in, I will let you know and we will do a video. Another comparison video I do is on my channel is New Wax Wednesday. So New Wax Wednesday is a video series that I came up with quite a while ago. I have been doing it for, geez, I don't know, a couple months into my channel I started it. So what that is I go over, like not every Wednesday, because let's be honest, there's not enough Wednesdays, or there's not enough waxes for me to be able to do it for every Wednesday. But I do it, I haven't done it this year. Oops, I missed some. I didn't pour them back yet though, so it's okay. I haven't done it yet this year, but New Wax Wednesday is, like I said, where you grab a new wax, new to you wax, and you test it out. Well, I test it out. I test it out for a week, and I come back after, and I let you know my thoughts on it, and we move on to another wax. So what all this is leading up to, I've actually already done one epic multi-placing wax smackdown. So what that is, is I have, hopefully I've inserted some fireworks there. What that is I took a whole bunch of traditional wax, traditional if you will, and most of it was free. I did end up purchasing yellow and white wax, I believe, for that video, as well as I think I picked up blue wax as well. So I grabbed a Diamond Art Club wax, Dreamer Designs wax, all the waxes that I had on hand that came free with kits and stuff like that. I grabbed a light pink wax, a darker red wax, a heart-shaped light wax, a heart-shaped darker wax, a blue heart-shaped wax, white, yellow, and blue wax. I also grabbed a macaroon and a Dream Designs wax. So all of those were in one video, and I compared, and I called it the traditional wax. So these are not the homemade ones like Patty Wax and Not Your Mama's Mud that you can find on Etsy. These are the ones that are like the, I hate to say it, but the cheaper wax. They're like the free wax, and if it's not free, it was like an expensive wax compared to like a homemade product. So I did that epic multi-placing wax smackdown where I compared all of those waxes. I think I had a total of 10 waxes. That video took me forever to film and edit because I condensed, in some cases, 2+ hours of footage into 30 minutes. So I was filming that video. Where is the color I'm looking for? Goodness gracious. I filmed that video forever in a day. And so that's part of the reason that I am currently taking a break from New Wax Wednesday, because I would like to get back on my epic multi-placing smackdown, wax smackdown. I'd like to get back at that because I really enjoyed filming that video. Even though it took me quite literally 7 evers, I really enjoyed doing it. It's definitely something that my brain is very, I don't compare, like, you know, I am just a mess. I don't compare people, but I like to compare products because that's how my brain works. So it's that I don't know how to explain it other than that's how my brain works. I enjoy making comparisons and drawing, you know, comparing and contrasting different products. For example, in the tray video that I did, I grabbed a total of 4 trays and I highlighted all of their positives and their negatives because I really believe in being honest. That's another thing you can expect to see on my channel is 100% only honesty at all times. But in the tray video, I grabbed 4 trays from 4 different companies and I compared them, and like I said, I highlighted their pros and their cons because I really like to see, thank you honey, I really like to see the differences between products because that's the best way that I have at my ability to show you what a product is like. So for example, in that video, I was comparing this tray, which is a common tray from BellaArtdeNicole. It's a very popular tray. in this community to 3 other companies. And then in my next tray comparison video, my intention is to do comparing, my fiance got me Dunkin' Donuts, or my son used to say Dunkin' Donut, comparing those trays. And you know, at this point I don't even know what I'm saying. I got sidetracked by Dunkin' Donuts. Oh, and he already shook it for me too. Yeah, so like I was saying, I like to compare because it's how my brain works. Comparing and contrasting is something that I do all the time, as evident by my many comparing-esque videos on this channel. Let me think. Oh, it's a good thing I didn't put those away, because look what I found. Some more spots that I missed. Oh, I also do that a lot. Do y'all sing things like that? Like talkie sing? I sent a really funny one to Elizabeth today. Let's see, what other kind of content can you expect from me? I enjoy time lapses. I did several 2020 videos. I did 2020 completions. I also did 2020 whips, the stuff that I did not finish in 2020. And let's see, what else did I do this year? I mean, I hate to say that's it, because that's a lot. I put up like 200 something videos in the last 8 months, which, you know, that's no small feat. That's definitely no small feat. But that's all the videos I can think of at the top of my head. Let me pull up my YouTube Studio app and see what else I can tell you about my content. I have a really fun video coming up. I don't want to spoil it. I have a fun video coming up. It's going to be a super short video. Like, it's literally 1 minute and 7 seconds. But I thought it was a pretty cute, fun idea. So that's cool. I do post reviews, you know, the typical diamond painting stuff. I like to try out new companies a lot, whether it's, you know, tray companies or wax companies, diamond painting companies. I really like to try out new things. I'm always looking for something new to try. I'm always looking for more products to give you guys a heads up on. Definitely love to do that. I don't really like to go on rants, but sometimes your girl has to, because like I said, honesty for me is something that is very important. I will never not be honest with you guys. It doesn't matter at what point I am in my life, for why I have the product. It does not matter to me. I will never ever lie or mislead you guys. If my opinion differs from you, that's one thing. I can't really help that, but I am never going to find a product that sucks and tell you it's fantastic. I just will not ever do that. So another thing you can obviously look forward to is honesty if you choose to hit that subscribe button. And if you are not new to my channel and you already know all this about me, go ahead and leave what kind of emojis are there? Leave a zombie emoji in the comment section so I can see all of my, I hate to say OGs again, but all my OGs. I have some wonderful people who have supported me from the very beginning. When I had like 3 videos on my channel, and these people found me and they made me feel so good about myself. But yeah, so, and if you're new to my channel, leave a mermaid emoji. And if you don't have mermaids or zombies, just tell me if you're new. I would really like to meet all of you. I really hope that I have hit the 1 hour mark. If I haven't, then I guess I'll have to film some more things. I'll insert a story real quick just in case. If I have hit the 1 hour mark already, I can edit it out or I can leave it. I don't know what I'll do. So let me think of a fun story to tell. So for my OGs, for my subscribers that have been here for a while, they already know this story, but it's a funny story, so I figured I would share it again. It really goes to show you exactly what kind of person I am. So, picture this. I'm sitting at a stoplight, and a man playing very loud music in a older vehicle. And I don't mean older as in, oh, it's a 1999 Honda. I mean, like, it's clearly like a more classic-esque car. And it is jacked up. The car that is supposed to be lower to the ground than my car has me looking up at this man, okay? And it is purple, and it is a convertible car. There is no top down, or there is the top down, and the car is purple, okay? Please keep in mind that the car is purple, and it is jacked all the way up. And I look over and I'm like, I mean, I'm having a laugh at myself because I cannot believe what I'm seeing, because this man in this car at night is wearing a straw hat. Okay. So I just kind of am having a giggle to myself, and I think he noticed, like, not that I was laughing at him, by any means, but so I just kind of, whatever, you know, it was green light, so we go. And he cuts me off and gets to where he is next to me. He comes from over here, or was it over here? I don't know, but either way, he comes and goes. I'm pretty sure that he was over here before, and he cuts me off so that he can be on my passenger side. And this man, I kid you not, at the next red light that we caught, asked me for my number. Okay, so I am a awkward baby, to say the very least. I am a socially awkward butterfly. In school I was a social butterfly, but as an adult I am a socially awkward butterfly. If I'm friends with you, you get it, you got me, you understand me, but for everyone else, this may come as a shock. So this man, he asked for my number. I open my mouth and I go, and I'm getting ready to tell him that I have a fiance, like my child's literally in the back seat and this man is hitting on me. But regardless of the situation, first of all, anytime you get hit on, you can take it one of two ways. You can either be flattered or like literally repulsed. And I was like, my old age of 26, I still got it. But I opened my mouth to reply to him, and the only sound that comes out is, and then the light turns green. And I kid you not, my 2006 Chevy Impala went from 0 to 100 real quick. I hauled ass because I didn't know what to say. So that's what I did. Anyway, I feel bad about it now. I feel super awkward about it today. In the moment, I was very just like, what? But anyways, that is what kind of content you can expect from me. I hope that you will hit subscribe and join me and hear some more of my awkward stories and catch up on my life, maybe. I'm not sure. I don't really do many life stories. That's kind of my favorite one. For obvious reasons. It makes for a good story. But that is it for today's video. And I really appreciate you taking the time to spend an hour or more of your day with me. I really hope that you will consider hitting subscribe. There is a lot more ridiculousness where that came from. I live my life on speed ridiculous. I hope that you enjoyed it, and if you did, give me a thumbs up, and if you like me and would like to see more from me, please hit subscribe. I would be so happy to have you. Alright guys, I hope that you are being safe, washing your hands, and taking care of yourselves. Bye guys.